left, the talk was going to reclaim the title. Nobody was saying we're going to qualify for final, going to reclaim it, and they did that convincingly.
I think that was good. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I don't know if I should start with Austin with this one. This one really, it's not the best moment. Definitely not the best moment, but it was high point 2014, period that got everybody talking. Time for sober reflection. A period where most of us were not happy, and of course, I mean, you don't need to guess. Nigeria didn't qualify for the 2015 African Nations Cup. We failed to defend the trophy that we won in South Africa. How did that make you feel?
No, did run the first leg, and then you give me the better leg.
Let me start with
it was a fallout of the LFF crisis. Okay. We know the crisis took close to 3 months, and of course, snowball, and there was no resolution. There was what called peace of the river, and suddenly it erupted again. And of course, we saw the impact on the first game.
On the players,
Keshi, the contract had to be
persuaded.
It was turned into an apprentice without pay. At one point, okay, you have to be in charge for two matches. We pay you for 2 matches per hour per day. So there was no contract. It wasn't settled. Even the players had impact. And imagine we have a team that came on the Friday, beat us on the Saturday. I think it's where we knew we were in for a surprise, for a shock. When the draws were made, we felt Nigeria would pick the slot, then the other countries would pick.
Finally, for the second one.
We were struggling to even pick a second spot.
Okay.
So I think the Super Eagles, that of course, that's a big lesson for us. That we will keep our hearts in order.
I hope we learn
yes,
that
we may
lesson.
have some good results on the way on the part of the women. Women, even if we have to, the LFF have to go to bed. They have to go on vacation for 1 year. The women will win.
Okay.
That's it. But for the men, I think what will happen is that because we are not dominant. We are one of the big teams in Africa, but we're not dominant.
All right. Okay.
Ghana is there, Cameroon is there, Cote d'Ivoire is there, Egypt is there. These are countries that will take us to the clearance any day, anytime. But for the women level, we are number one. Right. We have been number one for a long time.
As far as I can remember,
we have not won the tournament consistently.
Yeah.
But we will always be on top.
Of particular interest to me is Austin's remarks, because Austin was there when it happened. At some point, he lost his voice. I couldn't really hear what he was trying to tell me on that particular day. You were there in the stadium, and you were able to gauge the mood. What was it like? It was a high point in 2014. How did the average fan feel seeing South Africa do that to us at the Akwa Ibom International Stadium?
Every football follower in this country, after Nigeria played a 2-2 draw, lost hope completely in the Super Eagles. I mean, what other chance do you need when you talk about a second chance? I remember I told you that when your house, the roof of your house is leaking, if you don't mend it, it will rain and the rain will come into your house. That's what happened with the Super Eagles. After going to Congo, they got a crucial winning point. Now,
did the difficult job.
The job was done. You just need to come to the nest of champions, win South Africa, and then qualify to go and defend the title. And then at that point, so many distractions, a lot of distractions. And whether or not people agree, because everything rises and falls on leadership, the administrators of Nigerian football have a big part of the blame in the Super Eagles failing to qualify for the Cup of Nations, because even at that time, the players might not come out and say openly that. But of course, when you're hearing all those side talks, well, what's going on? Who is this one?
Distracting.
It's distracting. Oh, the coach does not even have a contract. Oh, the coach is calling new players. Oh, what's going on? And all of that. So you can't play football. Football these days has gone beyond kicking it. It starts from the mind. So a lot of things need to be in place for you to play good football. Sadly, the Super Eagles didn't qualify for the Cup of Nations because God is trying to tell us, the God of soccer is saying, fix your house. Do everything you need to do. Because, I mean, with Coach Samson Siasia, we didn't get it right. Coach Stevie Keshi came, and then we continued with developmental programs, and we won the Cup of Nations.
And we stopped it.
And then we stopped. We went to bed.
We paid the price.
We paid the price. So let's see if we can correct it again.
The painful part for me, high point, was listening to a South African journalist call the Akwa Ibom Stadium the Tokelo Ronti Stadium. I mean, that was the high point for me. It was painful. Just showed what happened to Nigeria on that day.
Another South African journalist said, uncommon result in an uncommon stadium in an uncommon state.
Yeah, it was very, 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 very sad. But we need to go on a break, refresh ourselves. I mean, look at something that will make you smile. And what can bring smiles to your face other than seeing kids showing their talents, playing good football. Not thinking about scouts, not thinking about money, not thinking about anything. Just going to the field to make the fans scream. And what we're going to do for you is to allow you see. And one of the best moments of 2014, definitely, the Channels Kids Cup. Best goals we put together for you. Best goals from the Channels Kids Cup. We'll allow you to enjoy that, and we'll come back for more for Sports Tonight. It's refreshing and heartwarming. We went on a break talking about the Super Eagles, took us to a low, but those goals, I mean, from those kids, it's refreshing and it makes you happy. And if you've not been to any of the games of seen of those kids play at the Channels Kids Cup, you've missed a lot. But not to worry, you can, when this year's edition takes place, you can also see those. next year. Sorry, I'm already in 2015. But guys, you saw those kids, and I'm tempted to ask you. You saw more of those kids than I did. Future of Nigeria, with what China's television is doing with those kids, some of those goals, the awareness. I mean, you saw the execution of some of those goals. Those guys have a football brain on their head.
I'm telling you,
And what's the future for Nigeria?
if you want to judge with these kids, then can confidently say Nigeria will win the World Cup.
Okay.
And with these guys, it goes beyond leisure for them. It goes beyond just come out and play. They understand that they need to win. They understand that they need to entertain people. They betray their emotions a lot of times when they don't win. It's just, you use the word refreshing, but lately I'm beginning to like this word promising.
Okay.
You look at these guys and what they have built in them, you cannot but just say, there are talents in this country. What are we doing to discover this talent?
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get for you English Premier League fixtures as we wrap things up on the show tonight. And that's it on your screen. Now, you quickly run us through the fixtures on New Year's Day in the English Premier League.
I think this is the beginning of the second phase of the league. This is the reverse fixtures. We have Stoke City against Manchester United, Aston Villa against managerless Crystal Palace, All City against Everton, two teams whose coaches are under pressure. Liverpool against Leicester City, Manchester City against Sunderland, Newcastle United against Burnley. I hope that will be Coach Alan Pardew's send pot for Newcastle. And for other fixtures, we have the Southampton will be playing. Okay, QPR against Swansea. Their chairman is under intense pressure now because of his airline, and of course so much pressure on him. Southampton against Arsenal, one of the big games. West Ham United against another managerless club,
West Brom. Okay.
That we have our own Victor Anichebe and
Tottenham Hotspur.
Ide, and of course we have the last fixtures. That's another big, the London derby, Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea at the White Hart Lane.
All right, Austin, in 30 seconds, your predictions last week were spot on. So now let me put you on the spot. The big games, quickly.
I remember, for me, the big game, Stoke City, Manchester United. It would test the character of Manchester United. I'm predicting a draw in that, maybe a 1-1 or 2-all draw. Southampton against Arsenal. Another big one for the Gunners, because Southampton at the moment, they are beginning series to pick the points. If Arsenal plays the sort of football they've been playing lately, they can win that one by a single goal. And Tottenham Chelsea, my mind tells me we'll get a draw.
Okay, that's how we wrap this up on Sports Tonight. We do hope that you've enjoyed everything we've been able to do. Sports Tonight comes your way again in 2015. Bye-bye.